Pablo Escobar and his son Juan are posing in front of the White House in the 1980s. There are Polish TKS-3 tankettes and soldiers on bicycles. They're from the Polish army. This is during a field training exercise. It was in the Second Polish Republic, around September of 1938. Queen Juliana of the Netherlands, 1967. April 1942, Delanpool Aircraft Construction Class. Secretaries, housewives, waitresses, women from all over Central Florida are learning war work. Police subdue Gavrilo Princip, the man who assassinated Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand and thus launched World War I just after the shooting in Sarajevo on June 28, 1914. Eva Schloss, an Auschwitz survivor and posthumous stepsister of Anne Frank, estimated to be from 1946. Arnold Schwarzenegger laughs at his friend Franco Columbu. Franco is doing his Batman act to decompress his back after a workout in the early 1970s. Actress Martha O'Driscoll kisses a soldier goodbye in Los Angeles, 1941. United States President John Kennedy and his wife Jacqueline on their wedding day, September 12, 1953. The Qing Court's Return, the Empress Dowager, 1902. The light cruiser USS Santa Fe, which is CL-60, rolls heavily during Typhoon Cobra. That was on December 18th and 19th, 1944. Notice that her forward 6-inch gun turret is trained to port to avoid shipping water through its gun ports. Ernesto Che Guevara with a baby in Congo, Democratic Republic of the Congo, 1965. New York Street of the Year with Children, 1910. The Bearded Lady and Boy, around 1865. A futuristic baby carriage from West Germany in the 1950s. A German mother is crying after learning her captured son didn't survive in Soviet Union prisoner of war camps. This was in 1955. The Red Hitler. An American man dressed like Hitler is protesting the visit by Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev to the United States in September 1960. The Mammoth camera is the largest camera in the world. It was created in 1900. Chicago police arm themselves with guns to prepare for war with gangsters, 1930. The first Walmart store opened in 1962. Aeronaut, New York or vicinity around 1910, J.M. Johnson in Blériot type. Children are on a day trip to a KKK camp in 1924. Alright, so we've got a baseball team made up of child labourers from an Indiana glass factory. This was in 1908. A few minutes before the invasion of Europe, American assault troops kneel on a British pier and received a blessing from Major Edward J. Waters, Catholic Army chaplain, in 1944. Annie Edson Taylor, the first person to survive going over Niagara Falls while inside a barrel. (1990). There was a Ukrainian demonstration demanding independence from the Soviet Union. Brigitte Bardot, 1960. A couple is enjoying an old-fashioned zipline in 1923. Jess Dixon had a flying car with an air-cooled engine that had 40 horsepower. It had a top speed of 160 kilometers per hour. It could fly up, down, aft, and forward. This was in the 1940s. David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly in the UK, 1996. Imagine the Empire State Building during its construction in 1930. A man is holding a Krumlov. It's an experimental curved rifle barrel attachment. The Nazis developed it during World War II so they could shoot around walls and over barriers. Tsar Nicholas II and Prince Alexei Nikolaevich are inspecting Russian troops around 1915. St. John of Kronstadt. Queen and Misa Watanabe in Tokyo, February 13, 1981. Alright, so imagine a college dorm room from 1910 at the University of Illinois. Three Ethiopian men are saluting an image of Mussolini in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, in 1936. American actor Roger Moore in Venice, 1979. There's a Soviet child partisan with a captured German gun in occupied Belarus in 1943. Three farmers are on their way to a dance in Westerwald, Germany, in 1914. New York City, around 1900, a Jewish market on the east side. Nicolas Cage, 1985. In the mid-1950s, Italian shoemakers were selling defense shoes, complete with spurs on the toes and heels to kick away offensive sex pests, especially in Rome. (1949). 18-year-old London student Mercy Histed enjoys a portion of spaghetti. When the circus visited a children's hospital around 1930, clown Charlie Smith didn't exactly make anyone feel better. A makeshift hospital during the Vietnam War, 1970. A young Tajik woman is playing the dutar in 1899. A German soldier is taking up an outpost in a sewer hole in Biarritz, Vichy, France, in 1943. A car tries to escape a dust storm in the Texas Panhandle in 1936. Socks workers, November 1941. Sock dryers at the hosiery mill in Greene County, Georgia. Chamorro kids are playing with an abandoned Imperial Japanese Army helmet and gas mask on Guam, sometime after the US military drove the Japanese off the island in July 1945. Michelle Pfeiffer, 1988. Street food, New York, 1930s. New York City, 1930s. Folks are gathered around a cart either roasting corn or baking potatoes. Bichonnade in Flight, Paris, 1905. Fiat built a car factory with a functional test track on its roof. They combined production and innovation into a single structure. This was in Turin, Italy. Around 1939, Mo Howard plugs his ears as fellow Stooges Larry Fine and Curly Howard slurp soup loudly. In 1975, during the rugby final in England, Her Majesty was in the stands with her entourage. A naked Australian, Michael, runs around the stadium. According to rumours, the Queen fainted. The runner was sentenced to 3 months in prison. Women's Detachment of the Red Army, Russian Civil War, 1919. A visitor holds a candle and smiles at the big collection of skulls in the catacombs of Paris. 1935. Welsh coal miners in 1912. Downtown Shanghai in 1930. American actor Kirk Douglas in 1953 portrayed while lifting two girls, the painter Novella Parigini and the actress Lily Greco, who were wearing bikinis on the Lido Beach in Venice. July 1951. Los Angeles, California. Nipper, a 2-year-old cat owned by Dorothy Bryn of Hollywood, likes to eat his corn in comfort, so his mistress fixed up this skewer. Vietnam veterans protesting the Vietnam War saying, "We won't fight another rich man's war." It was 1970. A female Viet Cong soldier in 1972. This is physicist Harold Agnew holding the nuclear core of the Fat Man atomic bomb. That was the bomb dropped on Nagasaki in 1945, and it claimed the lives of about 70,000 people. 1941. Russians are deporting Estonians to Siberia. The gun crews of a Navy cruiser are covering the American landing on the island of Mindoro, December 15, 1944. They're scanning the skies, trying to identify a plane overhead. Flea Market, France, 1946. A Hanover CL-3 observer is waving to the camera while in flight. This was sometime between 1917 and 1918. There's a Japanese woman carrying her children in a bucket on her head. This was in Japan, sometime in the 1900s. Celebrating a new year, New Year's Day, 1933. February 1908. Lelouvier and his driver are in a Werner car, ready for the start of the New York to Paris automobile race. Imagine yourself travelling first class on a plane during the 1950s. You'd be greeted with a spacious cabin. Seats were big and comfortable. There was plenty of legroom, way more than you'd find in coach. Passengers could relax, read, or just look out the window. The service was a big deal. Attendants were attentive, offering drinks and meals throughout the flight. They'd bring you food on real plates with silverware and linen napkins. They'd make you feel like a very important person. A boy with smallpox with many ulcers in 1902. Betty Fox performs on the roof of the Ford Shelby Hotel. She's jumping rope without a safety net in Michigan in 1945. Albert Einstein celebrated his 70th birthday by hosting displaced children from Europe at his home in Princeton, New Jersey in 1949. We're from Berlin. Soviet soldiers from the Battle of Berlin are being welcomed at Belaruski railway station in Moscow in July 1945. Social distancing from 1953. A child with measles sits and eats alone during a coronation party in Chelsea, England. A world record 384-pound Black Sea bass was caught by Franklin Schenk of Brooklyn with a rod and reel off Catalina Island, California on August 17, 1900. Pablo Picasso in his studio, 1947-48. Harvey Milk at San Francisco Pride, California, 1978. Freddy Krueger photobomb, watch out kids. Miriam, Nana, Jackie, Jean and Sabrina, transsexual women in Paris gather at Place Blanche in 1959. Leo Tolstoy on Demir, Yasnaya Polyana, 1908. Alright, here we go. There's a dog and a cat in Paris circa 1950. Italian master of special effects in cinema, Carlo Rambaldi, and the alien he created from the film, E.T., in 1982. Al Pacino and Robert De Niro are posing in a production still for The Godfather Part 2 from 1974. Alice Sisti performs her famous Roman jump over a car, showcasing daring equestrian skill. The year was 1932. The centre anchor of the RMS Titanic was hand-forged. It was an engineering marvel of its time, made in Netherton, England. It measured 18 feet 6 inches and weighed 15.5 tons. This was in England, early 1910s. The first official gay pride parade moved through London under police protection in 1974. The Wright brothers' airplane, the first flight took place in Kitty Hawk Valley in 1903. Sophia Loren is serving pasta during the production of Lazio Chiara by Vittorio De Sica in 1960. The filming took place in Saracinesco, Lazio, Italy. A Kachin soldier with his sword. This was during World War II in the Burma Campaign 1944. October 1938. We see the German military officially entering Czechoslovakia. They're there to annex the Sudeten regions into the German Reich. The local German population salutes the troops. Alright, a sobering up centre in Boston during the 1930s. Around 1933, a big pig on a farm in Hertfordshire, England is talking to a census taker. A 7-year-old oyster shucker battles mumps in the 1910s America. So, it's 1960, the radio station is in a small town. The DJ is a young man. He has a thin tie. He's sitting at a microphone. He's smiling. There is a stack of records nearby. Students are praying over the rubble of Pantglas Junior School after the Aberfan disaster, a coal waste landslide that killed 144 people. This happened in Wales in 1966. 22-year-old WASP pilot Shirley Slade is shown wearing a flying helmet, goggles and gloves in 1943. On November 10, 1938, Maryland inventor George Stern displays his invention. It's a highly volatile fluid that vaporizes so rapidly that flames from the gases released will not burn. Brigitte Bardot and Sasha Distel in Italy, 1958. Arnold Schwarzenegger was in New York for the first time in 1968. A group of anti-suffragist men tear up the banner of One, the White House, in Washington, D.C. in 1917. Thylacine cubs, Hobart Zoo, Australia, 1909. There are 3 girls building a snowman at the beach. This happened in 1964. Soviet soldiers are celebrating the victory over Germany at the Reichstag building in Berlin in May 1945. The Beatles, New York, February 7, 1964. People died in the cellar of their home during a bombing by the Soviet-trained Afghan Air Force in Afghanistan in 1988. Signing off, 1934. British soldiers are testing a special crane. This crane is for extracting wounded tank crews during World War I. Soldiers from Poland and Hungary shake hands at the new common border after the occupations of Czechoslovakia, 1939.